choose our vibe when it comes to our kids, right? And a lot of times we tend to choose, as parents of teenagers, kind of a funky vibe. I work with this girl. She's a young teenager. She's funky. She's kind of a Doc Marten boot wearing, long sock wearing, short skirt wearing, crazy hair, crazy makeup, kind of arty, funky, really cool, fun kid. You'd all love her. You really would. But mom is a Bass Legion wearing, khaki wearing, monogram sweater wearing, very, very conservative mom. And mom can't stand the way her kid dresses and behaves. And it is palpable in the room. This mom withholds her affection from this kid. And the vibe that this girl gets from her mom is, you know what? Right now, you're not good enough. And I will open up to you when you become good enough in my eyes. And this is kind of a subtle thing that, sometimes we decide, right now my kid has not graduated to the good enough category. And that never works. It doesn't work if our kids believe on any level that they're not good enough. Because good enough, if that's an issue, usually means absolutely perfect. And no kid is going to meet that standard. So we can decide right now, and I would love for everybody in this room to decide at the very least on a paradigm shift right now, if you don't feel, and picture your kid that's the toughest kid, if you don't feel right now that, my kid's not quite good enough in my eyes, decide right now that you recognize my kid is not what he or she does. My kid is who they are, characterologically, fundamentally. That's who my child is. And so no matter who he or she is dating, no matter what grades he or she is getting, no matter what they're doing in the middle of the night, no matter who they're texting or friending or whatever, right now, they are good enough in my eyes. Can everybody do it? Yeah. I hear the enthusiasm. Yeah, it's a really important point because, believe me, if you don't feel like your child is good enough, your child is keenly, completely aware of that. This girl, I said, if you had 30 seconds with your mother and you knew you had her ear, you knew she was listening, what would you say to her? And she said, oh, that's easy. I would say, love me like you would have if I had turned out the way you pictured. Oh! Can you imagine having your kid feel that way? Love me like you would have if I had turned out the way you pictured. Absolutely sincere, organic thing to say, and brutal and heartbreaking, right? We don't want our kids to feel that way. So make sure your kid is good enough right